All right, I think we are finally live now. Thank you so much for joining me today. If you could pop in the chat box below to let me know that you can see and hear me, that would be just fabulous. We will give folks just a couple seconds because I know there's a delay so that I can make sure that you guys can see me and all of that. And I hope that everything is good. All right, I am so excited for today. This is so many weeks, months, even really a year in the making to come to this day so that I could give you a tour of our brand new community area. I am so excited about all the developments that have happened, the process that went into this, and how I'm seeing our members engage in this new space. So let me just give you the lay of the land here. Of course, I have some notes to make sure that I cover all the things that are important. First of all, if you are new here, welcome to Simple Scrapper. My name is Jennifer Wilson, and I am your guide here. I really see myself as a colleague, a peer in this community. I am figuring out how to have scrapbooking as a fun, easy hobby in my life, how to have it fill me up and fit all of the busyness of my days, just like you. But I come here to Simple Scrapper to help be your guide and help kind of lead this community of scrapbookers who are really in it to be intentional. What they're wanting is to find more creativity in their days and to get more pages done. And all of us have this kind of unique mix that ebbs and flows throughout the year of why we come to the table as scrapbookers and memory keepers and why we keep coming back to this hobby year after year. And I just love the diversity in our community and how everyone comes with unique perspectives and experiences and format preferences, and we can all learn and share from each other, especially all of those diverse life experiences that come to the table together. So again, my name is Jennifer, and I live here in central Illinois, where it has been raining for days on end, but we are having a nice summer here. I have a 6-year-old daughter named Emily who is going into 2nd grade. I can't believe she is already that old. And my husband Steve is away traveling, which he is often doing. And that is just us in a nutshell. And if you followed me on social media for a while, you probably all know all of that. Today, our audience is composed of a big mix of our longtime members, brand new members, and hopefully a lot of you who are thinking about becoming Simple Scrapper members. Since 2011, we have had a paid membership program, kind of the next step if you want to go deeper with Simple Scrapper. So, of course, we have free blog posts and videos and a lot of fun educational content. But if you really want to dig in and feel supported in your hobby, feel that your projects and your priorities are understood and feel encouraged to move forward with what works best for you, I hope that you would consider our community as your home base. That's one of the things that I love most about what we do, because it's really about you and what you want to do and how we can show up to support you in that and to help you even figure out what it is that you want to do. We're not pitching any products. We're not pitching any particular things. Of course, there's things that we like, but then there's things that we don't like, and we're all sharing and swapping ideas, but we don't have any affiliations that bias our opinions beyond our own personal experiences. And I think that's one of the things that makes our community so unique, because it's really just about us and about the ways that we show up to support each other and the ways that we just take that time to pause and think about what we're doing and why we're doing it. And when you do that, you find more focus, more productivity, and a lot more relaxation and ease. Scrapbooking is one of those hobbies, and it's really unique among all the crafts that is so deeply personal that it oftentimes can become overwhelming and challenging because we have these photos that we want to get documented, we have these stories that we want to get told, but we have this emotional attachment to it, and we want it to be great, and we want it to honor the weight that we have, that it gives us in our lives. But then we start to doubt our own creative skills, and is this good enough, and am I using the right products? And what we do here at Simple Scrapper is to help you kind of walk through that, figure out where it's easy and where it flows for you so that you can do more of that and let go of that stress and just have a really relaxing, rejuvenating time celebrating your family stories. All right. So that's kind of everything we do here in a nutshell. Why I wanted to give a tour today, and if you've been seeing my Instagram posts, I've kind of been going a little crazy over there. We have spent the past few months moving into this new space, and our new community is called My Simple Scrapper. So we took everything that we've learned since Simple Scrapper launched in 2008 and our membership launched in 2011 to build this new community under one roof. So all of our resources, all of our materials and courses, plus places where you can interact as a community, and really that's the heart of it, all under one single roof. It's not on Facebook, it's not on any social media platform, so it's private, ad-free, and distraction-free. And I really wanted to give you a peek inside, behind the doors, so that you can see exactly what our members see. So this serves both as a tutorial for some of our new members and members who are just getting their feet wet to see, where things are, but also so you can get a peek to see if membership might be right for you. And I want to give you one caveat here. As we go through, I'm not going to be enlarging photos or layouts shared by our members because I do want to protect their privacy, or I might scroll through a little quicker if those come up in the feed, because that's really, really important to me that you can come to this space and share your projects, whether they're in progress or finished, and share photos of your kids and really feel like you have a safe space. I won't dwell on that or try to enlarge photos to protect the privacy of our members because that's super important to me. All right. Let's see here. Okay, what is next? In a second here, I'm going to switch the screen so you can see me here. Again, want to call your attention to the chat box here. If you can see that, if you're watching YouTube on the web, it should be pretty obvious. If you're watching YouTube on the web on your phone, the chat box may not be quickly accessible. If you're watching via YouTube on the app, on your phone or your tablet, there should be a little button to go to the chat box. But I will tell you the chat box is where you can ask questions of me, and I will be trying to note some of those down as I go through this tour, and I will answer some of those on the fly and some of those at the end for you. All right. So, sorry, Carmen, it sounds like you're having internet problems. Welcome, Shannon from Tennessee, Deborah, Scrapbook Wonderland, Natalie Schmidt, Natalie Vivas, two Natalies here tonight, Honor Ray, got lots of longtime members here. So excited for all of you who are watching live as well as those in the replay. Can't wait to hear your questions and to just dig in with you. All right. I've been talking like crazy, so I apologize for that. I am very excited about today. And let's go to the other screen. So, all right. So this is the brand new sales page. So if you are interested in membership, I can zoom. That's so crazy. I didn't know that. So if you are interested in membership, this is what the page looks like that tells you all about what our community is about and what you would get with membership. So sorry about that zoom there. All right, so I'll scroll down here, and this tells you everything about kind of why we have membership, what you can expect from it. We have some, examples of how our community is so supportive. And I want to scroll down here because I want to draw your attention to this particular screen here. And before I dive into the tour, I want to highlight the fact that everything I show you today is the web browser version. So it's the website where you log in, you can see content, you can connect with others, but you can also access all of this via an app. And so it's a native app experience on your phone. It's not just kind of the clunky trying to visit a website on your phone. It's an actual app where you can log in and see 98% of the same content. There's, some slight functional tweaks, and that's just to optimize your experience. But almost everything is inside of this app, and so far our members are really loving that portable experience. The fact that you can take the membership with you anywhere and be able to just pop in, share comments, and also if you're working on a project and you want to share it, you can take a photo and upload it straight from your phone without having to sit down at your computer. So that makes it super, super handy. Just continue scrolling on the page at the very end. Of course, we share, the pricing for membership. We have a variety of plans to meet your needs, and we also have our guarantee. So if you become a member and you go through our orientation class and it turns out this just isn't a good fit at all, you can cancel within the first 7 days and request a full refund. And we have had this policy for a long time. We want to make sure that Simple Scrapper is right for you, but we know that you might not really get it until you dive in. And I have to say that we've had very, very few refund requests over the year. Like, I can probably count on my fingers the number that we've received. And our members tend to be very, very happy, I think. And yeah, so without delaying any longer, let's switch to the good stuff. We do have a question here about YouTube having closed captions. In the recording of this presentation, YouTube will create a closed caption file that is automated. I don't tend to edit those, but YouTube does a pretty good job, so you can see those in the replay. But not in a live broadcast, because there's no person there, transcribing. It's all machine learning. All right, so when you go and log into our community, this is the first thing you see. And I'm not showing you my administrative view. I am showing test user number 2's view. That's me as a test. I'm also test user number 2. You can call me that as well. And one of the reasons I wanted to choose this platform for our membership and to bring everything together is because it is so community and member focused. It's all about you and connecting you with information and each other. And it's not so much about the stuff. And so it really, how things are structured, supports you and doesn't get in the way of what you're trying to find. All right, so under this, if you click your face, then you can get into your profile. You can add information about what you like, follow different topics, and we'll get into that in a second. And then these 2 buttons are some of my favorite here. This is the notification bell. This is where you can check in and see what has happened since you last arrived. This little blue dot indicates whether something's new. And look, your host Jennifer added a new post for Toolbox Tuesday. And I wrote all about how community is one of our best resources here, even more important than our downloads. I'm going to close this, go back, and you can see now I have 2 notifications, and this one has been read. So I just love that, and you can even set in your preferences which notifications you'd like to receive, and also whether or not you'd also like to receive them as a push notification on your phone or your tablet, or if you want to receive a notification by email. That's just so amazing, and the fact that it's all automated makes it so handy not only for our members but for our team, who's always set up all these reminders manually. So super awesome in that front. And then here, this is the chat window. You can chat with all members, and you can also chat with individual members one-on-one. So I really, really love that. And this is another place where you can get into that chat box. This is what we call the all member chat. So you can see everything that's been posted here so far. We're actually having our very first all member chat in this space tomorrow night. We're having our monthly study group meeting. We're going through the book The Artist's Way this year. And this will be our first event in this chat room. But we've also kind of used it kind of on the fly to help answer questions. Folks have been sharing some things that they like, and just kind of for mini announcements, things that aren't worth a post. And one of the cool things here is that this chat is also accessible via the app when we're in a live event. So let's just say, you're out with your family somewhere, but it's, relaxing downtime. You can just pop into a live chat via your phone, making it super handy. No need to log in anywhere because your app is already logged in, and it just makes it so easy to stay connected. All right. Okay. The screen here you see when you log in, this is kind of your main feed. And this feels very familiar. It's very Facebook-esque. You can start a new post here where you can share an image, a video. You can share a link. You can even create polls. So that's really handy. You can add categorization to it so you can find information. I know that was one of the biggest frustrations of Facebook groups, is that it was very difficult to organize previous information, and that's a huge benefit of this type of community. All right, one of my favorite sections also is the featured box. This is a place where I, as your host and also our team members, can highlight new posts, upcoming events such as today's community tour, and really help you bring your attention to what we want you to see the most. So that's a great place to check in. And then of course we have the feed. This is your customized feed based on the topics you follow, the events you've RSVP'd to, the members you follow, the interests you have. It's very curated based on what you're involved in and what you're interested in. And you have the ability to fine tune that even further. You're seeing, say, too many posts from a particular group, you can leave that group. You can still jump into the group to access it later, but you don't have to get those posts from it. So super handy in that way. And let's just see here, like Facebook would allow you to, like a post as well as leave a comment. Here it's called a cheer, so I'm going to leave a cheer here for this new post, a little heart, or you can click join the conversation and say, here's a test comment from our live tour. There we go. Published. All right, so that's our feed. Things that, of course, always pop up when new members comment on them. Also, our platform does a really good job of prompting you to kind of get your profile set up. So you can see here that I haven't added my interest yet. And so let's see, am I a digital scrapbooker, hybrid, memory keeper, or paper scrapbooker? I'm going to say I'm a hybrid scrapbooker at this point. And I'll also recommend members who have that same interest. So you can choose to follow them or just see what they've been up to. And so that's a really fun feature. All right, so that's our feed. Lots of posts. You also see member introductions here. Anything going on. Now let's dive into some of the ways that the information is then organized. Because lots of people are sharing posts, but there's multiple ways that you can access it so you can easily find what you want. So we have the Discovery tab here. And this is what I recommend you go to if you're just kind of wanting to see what's been going on. You've already checked your notifications, but you just want to just browse a little bit further. You can see the featured posts. You can see all of our different topics. You can choose to follow or unfollow topics in those areas. You can see if there's any members that live near you. You can see which posts have been most commented on, have the most engagement, upcoming events, our groups, and our courses. As of right now, we have a member orientation course, but we are, as I've been saying, quote unquote, unpacking all of our huge library of content from our old membership website. There'll be another course added this month, I think 2 more next month, and so we'll be bringing over all of our previous courses as well as updating courses and adding new ones. It's a huge area of development for us, and we're just trying to be super intentional about it so that we can make the most of this new space and give our members a really good experience. All right, so that's the Discovery tab. It kind of gives you the lay of the land. If you're not sure where to go, that's the best way in. You can also dive specifically into topics. For example, we have a topic for our sketches and templates. So each month our members receive typically 5, but sometimes 3 to 5 new sketches for paper scrapbooking or layered templates for digital scrapbooking, and each of those has its own post. So I'll bring that up here. This is number 415. And each month our sketches are inspired by what we call our featured designers. And Cassie Box from Paper Issues is our featured designer for June. And so she'd created this beautiful layout that inspired this particular sketch, or you can download a zip file right here if you are a digital scrapbooker and you want that PSD file. So here's her original page. And then here's where it gets really fun, is here's examples from our creative team of using that sketch. All right. And then here you can actually leave a comment if you want to leave a layout, if you have a question, or if you want to leave a layout using this particular sketch. This one was just uploaded yet, so we don't have any that have been added yet. But our as you can see, we're on number 415, and we're going to be bringing over our entire sketch library as well as releasing 2 sketchbooks as quick, handy, downloadable PDFs that you can take anywhere you want and just have them as like quick, easy access. Those won't contain any examples, but you can get those examples here inside of the sketches and template section. One thing I want to draw your attention to is this little button here. You'll see this on multiple pages. This is called Switch to List View. And I find this really handy when you don't necessarily want to see a feed view. So you can actually see the preview of all of the sketches in a really, really handy way. And then I'll give you another tip. This comes in really handy, for example, this is a 2-photo sketch. So if I click this link for 2-photo, it's actually a search, but I've linked it for you, and the search goes to anything that says 2-photo. And so this one comes up here. All right, so we're going to go back to topics here, because this leads me to something that's really, really important that I want you to understand, is that every single month, as I mentioned, we've released these sketches. We also release storytelling prompts, and so at the beginning of every month, our members receive a PDF magazine called Spark. And Spark is typically, 60 to 80 pages. It's, somewhere in there, generally maybe closer to 70. And it includes examples from our creative team, exclusive articles, and it's really that kind of takeaway that you can go curl up with your iPad or your laptop and access it. And this is our announcement post for the month. And here is issue number 54 of Spark. And you can read that online. There's a new tab here. Or you can download the PDF to your device. I also have, giving you information about the sketches and the story starters for our announcement post for the month. But Spark is something that we are super proud of. Our team works so hard on it every month. So here's our little flip viewer here. So every single month you get this magazine that you can take away, and it just serves as, I see our members going through it on multiple levels. You have like the first pass of, ooh, this is so pretty, yay, for the month. The second pass, maybe that you take time to read the articles and really soak it in. And the third pass is kind of the on-demand, like I need an idea now. So I'm going to pick up this issue and I'm going to search for something that sparks my interest. And that's why it's called Spark, because I want it to spark an idea in you that leads to making something. This community is by far, how do I say this? And I've said this in multiple ways over the years. I don't want to dump content at you. I don't want to just give you loads and loads of inspiration, because you have photos, you have your own stories, you have so much inspiration inside of you, you have products at your table or on your computer. What you need is prompts to take action. You need starting points to actually go make something. And so that's really what we emphasize here. And I see Spark as one of those places you can turn to every month to prompt a layout or several layouts. And I hope that it becomes that for you, or has already been if you're a longtime member with us. All right, let's jump back in. Okay, that was Spark. We have this announcement post. This is, again, the announcement topics. We have topics here where our team is posting with new content, like challenges and the sketches that I mentioned, storytelling prompts. And then we also have other topics. For example, show and share is where you can just post layouts or projects in progress, or where you have a question. You can post what you are interested in and what you want to share with others. I love that our community is so just warm and supportive and so uplifting. One of the things that we do is celebrate victories. We do this every single Friday in our weekend refresh. We also do this in almost all of our chats, and we do this in our refresh retreats. We celebrate victories because it's a way of lifting individuals up for their accomplishments, but lifting everyone up. The whole idea of a rising tide lifts all boats is that the more we can celebrate progress, the more we can use that momentum to keep moving forward and find our flow and just really stay engaged and excited about what we do. So Deborah just asked what area is Spark in. Right now it's in announcements because we have our big announcement for the month. Because we only have that June issue so far. We're going to be bringing in all previous 53 issues. And so at that time, that organization may change a little bit. But we will definitely update you when that happens. Going back to topics just briefly. Topics. Refresh here. All right. So the topics. I think my computer's running a tiny bit slow just because of the live video taking all the bandwidth. We also have, more content-related topics here. Productivity, mindful living, projects, organization, photography. These are the same categories you see on our blog, but this is a chance to go deeper and discuss those topics and to ask those questions and get feedback and really work together on issues. And then also sharing kind of exclusive content as well. We have an exclusive post 6 days a week here, sometimes multiple posts a day, but new ways that we're sharing to help you think differently about your hobby, new ideas, and we really try to make it bite-sized content that you can dip in and dip out with ease, but just to really make it always engaging and always lively and always something new. All right. So the members area where you can see all of our members, and I think it's super fun to go to the members near you. We've had so many members meet people who live in their neck of the woods and get together just for a meetup, to form, a crop group or to have annual crops. We have this group of 4 members they're on their 3rd year of having annual scrapbooking retreats together. And it's just so exciting to see members connecting with each other outside of our community to make those like real life friendships. Cause that's what it's really all about. And that's just something that makes me super, super happy to see. And I am so excited about how this community makes that even more possible. Events, of course, is one of my favorite sections because we do so many things here each month to help you stay connected in a live way. So the membership is really that combination of anytime access to information, downloads, and people, but also we have a number of events every single month where you can attend live, whether it's a live video crop on Zoom. We had one of those just last week. So here's our June 8th crop night. And so here's the event, provides all the instructions. And then when we're done, we can post the recording right there just for you to make it easy to check in if you weren't able to attend live. All right. So our book club chats are also mentioned here. We have member-hosted chats, or member-hosted crops. One of our members, Carolina, has been hosting these low-tech crops on Zoom. And we have other members who are interested in hosting crops as well. So as we get settled here, we're seeing a lot of interest in members having their own crops. So there's always something that you can pop into, whether it's live on video on Zoom, so you can actually see what one another is doing and actually talk live, or we have events such as tomorrow night's study group directly inside of that chat room that I mentioned earlier. All right. I showed you guys before the different interests, so you can see members who share the same types of interests as you. We can also add interests if there's ones that you feel are not reflected yet. Groups is one way that we use to kind of separate some of the content out. And the best example here is the 100-Day Project. If you're familiar with that, or if you're not familiar with that, it's this April to July experiment of folks kind of committing to do one action every single day and sharing it. And we have a number of members who are working on the 100-Day Project, and their posts appear in the feed for if you're in that group. But if you're not in that group, it can be overwhelming to see so many daily posts. And so then you don't have to join that group if it's not for you. I love that it gives you that flexibility to control what you see, what you're involved in, depending on what you're here for and what's interesting to you right now, because you can always change those preferences at any time. We also have a group for the Artist Waste Study group that we're working on this year, and for the Simple Scrapper Book Club. As many of you know, the book club is a free thing, but the membership is the place where we go a little bit deeper and have extended conversations about the monthly books. Courses, I want to really dive in here because I'm so excited about our member orientation. We've long had a member orientation. It's something that's super important to me to help you really understand like how we do things, what we do, and then how to navigate the environment that you're doing it in. And so it's, to me, this makes it really, really easy to kind of jump in feet first and really start swimming right away. We can actually make this full screen here, and you can see this is the course, and test user 2 has already completed the whole course. She's got all these things checked off here and was able to work through the entire progress. And it just makes it so easy to click through. So here's 3 easy victories that we recommend. The first one is creating your profile. We walk you through how to do that, give you specific assignments, and then you can move on to the next lesson. Super, super easy. And as I said, we'll be moving in some of our older courses very, very soon, as well as launching a brand new feature this fall called pop-up classes. We're going to be having kind of time-limited, semi-live, semi-self-paced classes on specific topics voted on by our members. And we're super excited about doing this new. They're going to be more like bite-sized classes, nothing that's overwhelming or takes a lot of effort. It's just ways to kind of get access to new, sometimes maybe even on-trend topics, and dive in with a group and then go off and do something different. All right, so that's our member orientation. Each of our classes has its own little area here, so you can see them. We can go back to network to get you out of that little kind of micro universe. The contact button is where you can go to find customer service. Right now, it's just everything goes to help@simplescrapper.com. And this button here is the handy button that you should always turn to. This sends a ticket directly to our customer service team, and almost every reply is responded to within 24 hours, often much quicker. All right. And then that's pretty much it. We're just so excited about this new community. The website itself, so this little drawer can collapse. If you are in a browser on a mobile device, let's see if this will resize for me if it knows I'm not a phone. Yeah, I think it knows I'm not a phone here. But you can see there's your little drawer, and everything resizes for you very nicely. Probably a little bit better on an actual phone versus a narrow browser. But pretty much whatever you're on, you can get access. So I love that. I love the notification features that just make it handy to remind you to check in. Yeah, so I'm so excited to take any questions that you have. Let's see. Audie asked, will you also be moving the library contents? In our old membership site, we had a huge library of downloads. So beyond courses, beyond our regulars of Spark Magazine and Sketches and Templates and Story Starters, we have a lot of downloads. And so those are going to be moved in a curated way. We're going to be going through one by one, updating things and making sure it's really, really useful, and oftentimes bringing those back in the context of a particular post or an event that we're having. So it all fits together and it's not overwhelming for you. That's our number one priority, is to just make it a relaxing, inviting place for you to check in. All right. So again, this is that page, and I think I can show, you can go to the link simplescrapper.com/membership if you want to see this page yourself in a separate window and check it out while we go to the questions here. All right. Ooh, some good questions coming in. All right, I'm going to switch to my face again so you guys don't have to just see this screen. Again, it's simplescrapper.com/membership, where you can check it out if you are not yet a member. If you're already a member, then you should know where to go. All right. All right, here is me again. Hello, everyone. A couple questions have already come in. Is there an app for your desktop too? So no, there's not a desktop app. There's just the website. Yeah, so no. The app is for a tablet or a phone, and it's both for Android and Apple devices. Shannon asked, where will we post layouts for the monthly contest? Oh, that's a great question. So for years and years, we have done a member incentive program, because again, we want to get you creating. And it was solely based on uploading layouts or projects to a folder in our Facebook group. So we're changing it up for this year in this new space, and it's going to be based on member engagement in general, because we know that you're not always creating. Sometimes that you're organizing photos, sometimes you're taking classes, you're participating in your hobby in other ways. So our member incentive contest is now going to be based on overall member engagement, and we have some handy stats in the back end of our platform that let us see who's engaged, and we'll be kind of doing a random selection of the most engaged members every single month. So to answer your question, Shannon, you should post layouts in the show and share topic, but that is only part of what contributes to winning the member incentive contest. All right. Any other questions here? How many members do you currently have? We are, let's see, I think we're a little over 420 at the moment. It always, is bouncing up and down. Thanks for that question, Daisy. Take this off. You guys don't need to see that on my head. Some of the other common questions that we've had before about is there a long-term commitment? For example, if you've ever subscribed to a scrapbook kit club, you may feel locked in for a certain number of time before you can cancel, or you have to pay a penalty. We don't do anything like that. You have a couple different plans you can buy. You can buy a monthly plan, which allows you to cancel anytime with no additional payment. You can buy a quarterly plan, and if you cancel a quarterly plan, you'll have access through that quarter, and then your access will end. Or you can buy an annual plan, and you'll have access through that year, and then your access would end if you were to decide to cancel. So we always give you everything that you've paid for, and we make it no hassle that you can cancel anytime if it's not a good fit or it's no longer of interest to you. So we try to make it super easy on our members and super flexible like that. No penalties ever or anything like that for canceling. We also, one of the things, and hopefully it's been clear, but you have a lot of access to me in there. And I'm not trying to like toot my own horn, but I'm super, super active. I'm not just a business owner who says, come buy my thing, and then I go disappear. I really try to do my best to take care of our community. And I also have a team that helps me take care of our community. My teaching assistant, Kim, is in there a lot. My customer service manager, Nisha. Amy is our team leader. And we have a wonderful creative team as well. It's also in there cheering our members on. So we try to do a really good job of being accessible and supporting you. At the same time, our members are also amazing and they're supporting each other. We have some really great cheerleaders, some really great question askers, those who challenge us and push us to give you an even better experience and to create even more valuable content for you guys. So Daisy, you can find everything about membership at simplescrapper.com/membership. I'll put the link right back on my screen, so it's right there. I'm not very good at this. There. I can't do it. So anyway, you can see the link in the screen. There's only one level of membership. Either you're a member or you're not. We do have different payment plans based on your interest level. Our most popular plan is the quarterly plan, and you can save 25% by signing up for a quarter. All right. There we go. All right, any other questions? We have a little bit more time here. Let's see what else I might want to pop up here. Oh, I know what we can do. I don't have the handy ability to sync my phone at this point. I need to figure out how to do that. But I can show you the app. All right. So I logged in here. And so here's what the app looks like when you log in. It's very, very similar to what you see. We have the same left sidebar, and let's see if I can scroll. So you have the same left sidebar. You can go to the topics. I think that's the prettiest page in the whole membership. So I realize that's hard to see, guys. But super handy. You can see all of your notifications. And I really like how the notifications, when you click a notification, it doesn't just mark them all red. You click one notification and go see what it says, and you come back to your notifications, and you still have additional notifications. And then if you want to mark them all red, you press the button to mark them all red. But I find that it's very user-friendly to help you, navigate around the recent content without getting, confused or anything. You can even take the member orientation course directly on your phone. You can do everything directly from your phone. So I love that we have this app. It just makes it all the more convenient. You can also access that entire website via the browser on your phone if you wanted to, if there's some reason you needed to. Like maybe you can't install an app or whatever, so that makes it handy. The app is called Mighty Networks. That's the platform that we use. And so there are other Mighty Networks out there. One of the most popular is Gretchen Rubin's Better community that also uses Mighty Networks. So once you have that Mighty Networks app, you can access any of the Mighty Networks communities like ours. And because we are a paid membership, once you try to join, you will have to request it if you're not already a paid member. Once you pay via the page that I showed you, you would automatically receive an invitation. But if you go and request, then we would have to approve you and check whether or not you've paid and all that. So, yeah, I hope that's helpful. All right, what else can I answer for you guys today? Whether you are a potential member, considering membership, or you are a long-time member. One of the things that, let's see, what do we have coming up? Oh, I missed a really big topic, and that's just because we don't have the course ready for it yet. So one of the biggest things that we do in membership, and I can't believe I skipped this, is our refresh retreats. These are seasonal, 7-day boot camps. No, that's not the right word. Mini courses, kind of. They really are a retreat. It's a 7-day invitation to just pause, to let go of some of your household stuff, and really dive back into your scrapbooking for a week. We have really small activities so that you can just pop in every day, do an activity, have a little conversation, and then move on to the next day. We also have a lot of live crops during the refresh retreat, so you can see me working on whatever the activity is live and sharing my perspectives on why we design those activities, why we're asking you to answer these sometimes weird questions. We try to make it really insightful. We try to make it productive, try to make it fun and playful. And every single retreat is a little bit different. Each one kind of has a theme. And so you'll have a new curated set of 7 activities for each retreat. And I think that's one of the best things that we do. We have this kind of ongoing 24/7, 365 community, but then refresh is where it really heats up and we generate a lot of enthusiasm during that time. All right. All right. Okay. Well, if there's no further questions, please feel free to email me at jennifer@simplescrapper.com. Thank you so much, Honore, for your A++ tour. I thank you so much for your comment. You flustered me there. I really appreciate so many members showing up today for this tour, as well as all of those of you who might be thinking about the membership, whether you have attended live or you're watching in the replay. My door is always open to answer your questions and to help you figure out how to build a hobby that fills you up and fits your life. And if the membership is a great fit for you, I hope to see you inside of there. I hope you guys take care and have a great rest of your week. Bye-bye.